What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. And with this video, we are jumping into Robin issue number 12. If you have not been keeping up with this amazing series, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It's gonna get you completely caught up on everything happening with this series. And with issue number 12, we are jumping into a brand new story arc. The Lazarus Tournament has now ended, and so Damian has one place to go, and that is back home to Gotham. This issue will also be a lead-in to Shadow War. Be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so I gotta say right off the bat, this is probably my favorite issue of Robin so far. And I think that's saying a lot because I have thoroughly enjoyed the last 11 issues. And our story is picking us up cliffside. Currently on Lazarus Island, everyone is beginning to leave. With only a few individuals really left on the island, we see a conversation between Connor Hawke and Damian Wayne. And with this tournament coming to an end, everyone is really trying to figure out what they're gonna do next. Figure out what direction they want to go. Both of them being sons of really amazing individuals. Connor Hawke thinks maybe, just maybe, there might be an opportunity to reconnect, though they are different in so many ways. He really does have hope that there is some way that they can bond together. More than anything, what we are seeing is two young teen boys who are more or less striving to have the attention of their fathers. While they'll never come out and say it, while the relationship with their fathers are severely battered and bruised, they still want that guidance. They still want that mentorship. They still seek after that unconditional love. With the two of them saying their goodbyes and Damian making his way back to Gotham, we are picking up with Talia al Ghul. And with all the leagues now under one banner, we are seeing the traitors, or those loyal to the mother, the grandmother I should say, they are all being arrested, they are all being taken away. With Talia having a conversation with Ra's al Ghul, his interrogation of grandmother, it didn't really bring any new information or new evidence into this whole Lazarus black market ring that has been plaguing the world. We see this used extensively in Task Force Z. And so though they are limited on information right now, Ra's al Ghul, he wants to go back to Gotham City and try to track down any leads to this black market. Talia, on the other hand, she has bigger plans. And that all starts with Damian. She wants to bring him into the fold and really rebuild their empire. Now having all of the leagues under their banner, this is the opportunity for them to truly create a dynasty. With Ra's al Ghul being a little bit concerned that Damian doesn't want to do this, and that we would be forcing his hand, especially after we more or less betrayed him during this tournament and you told him he was a weapon, that they have killed the very essence of his innocence. How can we expect him to come along with us? With Talia knowing that Bruce Wayne is not in Gotham City, this is going to be her opportunity to come in and try to convince him to come into the fold, hoping to be able to talk to him before he gets off the island. Little does she know, he has already stolen one of their warships and he has made his way to Gotham City. And Damian Wayne, he is returning during the time era of Detective Comics issue 1046. In the midst of Arkham Tower and everything going on, he is recognizing that this city, it has changed. But not just the architecture. There is something different about this place. Moreover, he is recognizing that Bruce Wayne and the Bat family, they haven't come for him. Not sure what's going on, not sure why Batman hasn't shown up yet. Damian's first stop is to the cemetery. It is to the gravesite of Alfred Pennyworth. And as Damian sits here and he mourns the loss of his other father, he feels so much guilt and remorse, feeling as if he failed Alfred, that he wasn't there to protect him. But he has come back with a solution. Taking some of the Lazarus resin, he brought it back with him. He can fix his past mistakes. He could bring Alfred Pennyworth back to life. with him sitting here contemplating whether he would like to do it or not. This is where we see another version of Robin. You could say that this is the worst parts of Robin. The hatred, the violence, the self-loathing. This is the Robin that everyone says he is. And Damian, he's quickly recognizing that this isn't a clone. This more or less is a hallucination because the rain actually isn't falling on this thing, believing that this has to be some magic left over from grandmother. And what it wants is for him to use that resin. He taunts him, saying that it was his fault, and all he has to do to fix that mistake is use that resin. But he takes that vial and he smashes it against the headstone. With this evil Robin attacking him, we see Damian Wayne. This is a struggle inside himself. This is a battle against himself. And as he struggles to contain the demon, the two of them, they fall into a grave hole, with only one emerging, and it being Damian. And when he looks up, there is a helping hand. This hand is Talia. After hearing that he had fled the island with the warship, she went to go track him down. And this is for two reasons. One of those reasons, making sure that the grandmother's magic had worn off. Hoping that it had already, she wasn't too concerned. But dealing with this hallucination, dealing with this evil version of himself, it's proof that it hasn't worn off, at least just yet. Talia wanting to know why he didn't resurrect Alfred. And the truth is, he knows what that resin does to people. He sees the monster that they become, and he wouldn't dare put that curse on Alfred. But when Talia goes to change the subject and talk about what she wanted to talk about on the island, this is where Robin, he blows up on her. And that's because back at the island, she told him he was nothing but a weapon. And if that is the case, what has changed? What could they possibly have to talk about? Letting him know that she wants to rebuild the family empire. And though she realizes the mistakes that she has made in the past, she would like an opportunity to fix those mistakes. Damian assuming that he knows exactly why she is here, and that is for a battle to the death. He believes that Talia has come to test her weapon, to see how proficient it is in the war that is yet to come. And so Damian challenges her to a duel to the death, telling her to keep all of her ninjas hiding in the shadows in check, that it will be a 1v1, and she can truly assess Damian's capabilities. With Damian going in on his mother, telling her that it was always going to come down to this. They both know it. What we see though is Talia, she is just dodging his punches, and she lets him know that she would like to break the cycle. This throws Damian off. Not really sure what to make of this. Talia goes on to say that she understands all of the things that she has done wrong, and she also understands that this family has been broken for centuries. But she would like to break the cycle, and she would like Damian by her side, not as a weapon, but as a son. And so with Damian agreeing to this, at least being open to this idea, the two of them go walking off, Talia saying how she doesn't like Flatline, and of course Damian doesn't care, because all that matters to him is that he does. That's what takes us over to Tokyo, Japan. We are shown Flatline with her master, and we see that Flatline's mission was much more sinister than we ever believed. Though she seemed very friendly with Damian, they seemed to be kicking it off, they seemed to have a good relationship. Flatline was sent there to take the heart of the demon. When she ripped out the heart of Damian Wayne, she preserved it. Now them having the blood of the demon, who knows what the heck they're gonna do with this. Taking us to Grandmother and Ra's al Ghul, we are learning a horrible truth. A truth that Ra's is keeping from everybody else. Because something has happened to the Lazarus pits. She is saying that they are cursed. With the demon being freed, it unlocks something in his science, telling him that he never should have created these pits to begin with, because he tapped into something much bigger than he ever anticipated. And now that he is no longer able to use the Lazarus pits, Ra's al Ghul is dying. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, like I said in the beginning, I absolutely love this comic. This one was so much fun. We saw in the last issue, he had grabbed that vial of Lazarus resin. The idea that he was going to resurrect Alfred, I was really hoping that they didn't go in that direction, and I'm glad that they didn't. At the end of the day, Robin saw how wrong it would be to put that burden on Alfred, to let him rest in peace. after everything he has been through, after everything he has done, while they mourn his loss, while it gives them a deep, deep sadness. This is also part of life, having to accept that when people die, sometimes it's better that they stay that way. And we really did get the character growth that I was hoping we got from Damian. You know, him out here on his own, completely disconnected from everybody. And he has grown a lot. He has learned more how to work with the team. He has learned how to make friends. You know, he really is becoming a whole new person, while also still maintaining that Damian Wayne real ego and charisma that we know. I'm really excited to see what part he plays in the Shadow War, especially now that all of the leagues have come under one banner. And so does this mean that we are going to see a civil war between the leagues? But another thing I find interesting is Talia al Ghul's character arc in this. Now, this could all be a facade and she could just be playing Damian, but if she's not, this is huge for her. If she is truly on a road to redemption, this could be very important for Damian's growth as he goes on, because these are the relationships that Damian really does need. You know, he needs that loving mother, one that doesn't see him as a weapon, but does see him as a son. The same thing goes with Bruce Wayne. You know, they have trained him up for so long to be the best, to prepare him to fill the shoes when they are gone. But in all of that training, in all of this chaos, sometimes they forget that they are parents to him and they need to give him the nurturing that he needs. I think one of the most heart-wrenching parts of this was finding out that Flatline had manipulated this situation so that she could literally steal his heart. I'm hoping it's one of those situations where she went there with a mission and then she fell in love with him but still had a mission to complete. But something tells me that she was playing Damian the whole time, and this is going to be so hard for him because he finally opens up to someone. He's in a relationship with someone. She steals his heart figuratively, and when he finds out that she literally stole his heart, who knows what he is going to do. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always hit that super thanks button. It will let you donate directly to the channel and it helps us out tremendously. If you can't do that, go ahead, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you like this video, and until the next breakdown.